right, folks, we're back. I hope you guys enjoyed the interview with comedian, funny guy John Daly. Very cool dude. His golf spectacular show is on Adult Swim coming up, I think, a week from now. So anyways, check that out. He's a very fun guy, and happy to have him on the show. It was very cool. So back with World War II. World War II POW Jude and Bruce Wayne Mike without the helmet now, and of course I am Ben. So during the break we were talking more Batman versus Superman. We could probably devote like 2 hours to this, which would, there would be some nerd on the internet who would find that like. Some people would watch it, right?
It's there's videos out there right now where people discuss it for at least an hour and a half.
Really?
This dream sequence Jude coat was a mistake. It's wool. Oh my god, it's so hot.
It's a great looking coat, man.
It's actually World War One coat. World War One period.
Oh, okay.
1917 coat, but
wow.
Just don't wear it inside for a visual bit because you're gonna die.
So we should probably, I don't know, we need some direction here on the show. We watched The Green Inferno, which is on, it's out on DVD and all those things now. And I don't know, I thought it was terrible. Like, it was just atrocious. You gotta be an Eli Roth fan. So I guess, here's the connection to Batman vs. Superman. Zack Snyder, I like him as a director. A lot of people do not like him as a director. He's just kind of one of those guys. Eli Roth, I would say, is kind of in the same boat for horror fans. You either are in the Eli Roth camp or you're not, or you're kind of on the fence. He seems like he has like a lot of really good ideas, I think, but he just never seems to pull it off, in my opinion.
I like the idea of Eli Roth, but so far nothing Roth has done has really actually seemed to hit home.
No. But he works like extremely hard. I mean, like how he got, that first one made with the blood infection and stuff like that. I mean, hustling with David Lynch. I mean, it's just crazy. But I mean, Green Inferno did not work for me. What did you guys think? And like, I don't mind cannibalism genre. That doesn't. Like, I'm not like, oh, it's cannibal. Because cannibalism turns off certain people. Weird people. But for me, it doesn't bother me. What do you guys think?
I like Eli Roth films. That's just me, though. That's just my little cup of tea there. It was different. I mean, I liked how you mixed some humor in with the horror aspects. I think it's one of his trademarks, is throwing the dark, gross out humor in there too. I thought it was entertaining.
No,
I mean, I'm sure it wasn't the greatest thing in the world, but it was fun to watch at like 2:00 in the morning.
It was definitely like a B kind of like genre film.
Which I mean, that's the Roth thing too, is that it's never meant to be like A grade, but.
And it had the chick from Knock Knock was in it, which is his girlfriend. She was the main.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's his girlfriend.
Oh, he pulled a Rob Zombie and made his woman the main character?
Yes.
Oh, man.
It actually, I think she's inked for whatever he's doing next. I think has already been. She's going to be back in it. The ending I thought was kind of like, well, like, okay, so she goes through this horrible thing. She sees all her friends get, ate and killed and shot and ate some more. And then it was just, I'm not going to say anything bad so these people can like live. Like the guy would just be like, carpet bomb them.
It's, that's your, was it Land of the Dead? Your typical Land of the Dead bullshit ending? Like, no, they're just looking for a place to go.
Yeah.
Come on, no, just kill them.
That's what I didn't understand. I was like,
the biggest problem I had with the film was the build-up. to the film was when we were introduced to the millennial college kids. Like right away, because I'm an old guy, I was like, I don't want any of these people to live. Like after the first, I was like, all these characters deserve to die right away, and so I was kind of like rooting for them to get killed from the beginning.
As soon as I found out they're going in the rainforest to chain themselves up against some trees and shit, wearing masks, and, like protesters, I'm like, man, that whatever's gonna happen to them, they got it coming.
Yeah, that's a sign of getting old when you're watching horror movies. Though it's just like these kids are idiots. Just die.
It is.
When we watched Krampus, that was like, I mean, the movie handled it well to a point when, like, we came to like him. But at first, it's like, I hate this whole family. I hope this family dies. Like,
I did like the aunt though. That trash mouth aunt.
Yeah, she was cool. But even her at the beginning, when she was just like, "What's this garbage food you're making? Make me a sandwich instead." Like,
yeah.
No, okay, you could bring up Krampus because, like, I was talking to Bub, who runs the site, and I thought for sure, like, he would be in the camp that likes this movie. He hated the movie. Like,
really?
I liked the movie. Like,
I liked it.
One thing he didn't like a PG-13 rating. He likes if it's horror, he wants R. That didn't bother me. It felt like an 80s film to me, kind of like Gremlin-ish or
just
that Joe Dante work.
Yeah, the practical effects really tied it together for me, and it didn't have to be rated R for it to show gruesome things. Like, it showed like the Jack in the Box swallowing this one
Jack in the
kid.
Box was great looking.
Yeah, that was so cool. And then it still had like that weird wackiness too, like the gingerbread man. That was so like wacky, but I loved it.
There's like there's some disturbing images mixed with the actual kids getting offed by these things too. Even though it doesn't actually show it, it's definitely implied. And
the comedy was fantastic. I love Adam Scott. It's really funny. The only thing in the film that I had an issue was when they're running towards the truck towards the end, and it just felt like he's like, okay, I got 7 characters left, and I need them all to get killed except for the children. Yeah. And it was like, especially when the mom gets it, because she's like, here, go in the truck, I won't see you. She's like literally like standing outside the door. She could easily jump into the truck.
Like, oh, I can distract him. It's like, what made you think that? Because all the rest of them just disappeared under the snow. Just get in the car.
And like Adam Scott, he just like, I don't know, it's down the block. I'm gonna stay here. I'll see you guys later. Love you.
I wonder if there's a director's cut or an extended script, because most studios won't allow those kinds of films, like horror themed films, to be any longer than an hour and a half max.
Really? Huh. Well, yeah, that's about attention span. I guess of most folks. But that and the kid was like, what is he, like 12, and he knows how to drive like a snowplow and a stick shift.
I don't think he knew. I think he knew he was fucked as soon as he turned the key.
Yeah, maybe the vehicle wasn't even ruined. Maybe he just didn't know how to start it.
I don't know. It's like, I'm 35 and I couldn't work it. I probably stalled a few times.
I wouldn't have been able to.
Yeah, but that's probably typical. That's probably typical of most people who have a podcast. I'm going to say, like, I don't want to kind of lump us all together, but I'm going to say that, like, if it got bad, like, we couldn't do things. Like, we might talk about the zombie apocalypse, but we're not the people that like would survive the zombie apocalypse. So April 26th is Alien Day, as with the marketing people at Fox or Paramount. Is it at Paramount now or Fox? Where is it at? Whoever.
It's Fox.
Fox still has it.
Yeah, historically at least it was Fox.
So now we have Alien Day coming up. And basically, it just means that they're going to release a bunch of crap for people to buy. But those Reebok shoes are pretty cool.
Yeah, they are.
Now, I'm not much into cosplay, but I know you guys are. You guys are into this stuff. I don't know what they're going to cost, but I'm going to say probably $250.
That's probably fair minimum 250, 300, I would guess.
I know. Are you buying these?
I'm not. I tend to DIY if I'm gonna do any kind of cosplay shoe sort of thing, and or I guess cosplay thing in general. I mean, if I was really interested in doing like some kind of full getup, I might. But as far as my cosplay list goes, if I'm gonna spend money on something, it's probably gonna be higher on the list. Like, they're really cool. I would like to see a pair, but I'm probably not going to pick any up.
Yeah, I don't know. They seem pretty. I don't know. They just don't look like really comfortable shoes. They like come halfway up your calf. They look a little ridiculous.
Yeah, so they're very 80s Technicolor, which is not quite as vogue as it once was. Kind of same with the Back to the Future shoes, but the Back to the Future shoes, that's thematic. It was all supposed to be that 80s looking.
Yeah. And they self-lace. We're trying to reconnect with Mr. Dodson. We lost him for a second.
Holy cow, what happened?
That was weird.
You should have come back with the dream sequence code off.
Where did you go? It was like you went into like an alternate reality for a second and came back.
Weird.
And
it's been 6 months.
How terrible is it that you came back to this?
Yeah, we were just saying how like the shoes, they look a little 80s, which like for the Back to the Future shoes worked, but for these it seems a little weird if you're gonna go for like, you know, what's supposed to be a futuristic movie and then wearing these super 80s ass Reebok shoes as the part of it.
Now we're not getting Prometheus 2. They've changed the title.
Yeah.
Now Prometheus is another film, much like Superman vs. Batman, which you either kind of like or you don't.
Boy, I hate it.
You hated it. I thought it was just okay. Like it was like, it was alright.
I mean, I guess that's what I said at the time. I gave it a solid 5 out of 10 at the time. I said it was completely mediocre, but over time I've just come to like get bitter about it. So
it was just disappointing as an alien film. Like I don't like one. There's no real aliens in it. I mean, there's some Geiger art, but there's like the aliens are kind of there. I thought Fassbender did a good job, but it's just
Fassbender great, yeah.
But it just
I like Fassbender for sure.
It just I don't know, like just kind of watched it. It didn't.
It's just like the writing.
You know, I pictured the engineers different. I didn't think they'd be so humanoid.
Yeah, I mean, even that, like it's.
They weren't Dr. They look like Dr. Manhattan.
They look a lot like Dr. Manhattan. Yeah. I've seen cosplays where it's like, is that supposed to be an engineer or Dr. Manhattan? I'm not sure. But my biggest problem with Prometheus really was just like the script and the writing. Like every character seemed like a total idiot. Like you had like these scientists who were just like, oh, we're just going to take our helmets off and breathe the air. And then the one guy, the pink mohawk guy, was just like, no, I'm afraid of everything. I'm not going in there and touching that. And then he's like, oh, look, a magic snake in the water. Better play with it. Like no one makes any logical sense as a human. And here's like Charlize Theron running from a giant ship and like the one direction that it can kill her. Go in any other way and you're fine. Like everyone acted like total idiots. It didn't make any sense. And like their general plot ideas where it was like they're writing mysteries they don't have answers for. They're just writing them to have a big fancy mystery plot that they can write later. And when I found out that the script was written by the other dude from Lost, then it made sense. That's why you're writing in plots that you can't answer yet.
Hey,
so like
that dude from Lost is a genius because he suckered people into 7 seasons of pointlessness.
Yeah, that's. You didn't sucker me. I had a feeling, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to wait till the show is over, and I'll binge watch it all at once. But I'm not going to sit here and get beholden. And that was the smart move for me because I didn't.
I watched the pilot with my brother, and I was like, they're all dead. And that was the only one I ever watched. And it's like, sure enough, 7 seasons later, guess what? They're all dead, aren't they? Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
I
watched a few Twilight Zones. So.
Yeah, in the day. But the thing was, halfway through, they're like, no, they're not all dead. We can say that for sure. They're not all dead. And then they were all dead. So it's like, oh, you obviously are so full of crap that not only are you just like going back on your word, but you obviously never had a plan anyway.
They were all dead?
Yeah. Sorry to break that to you, Mike.
I heard the guy was just like looking at the airplane while he was lying on the ground, and that was it.
It was a dream sequence.
Yeah, he was wearing a trench coat with he had some goggles with him.
They were just waiting for the plane the whole time. They never got on it.
What the fuck?
It's like the Langoliers. The Langoliers ended the same way, didn't it?
Oh yeah, that did. That was just like a weird. Like I just think every movie they should just pull back, and it's like an old man's dream. Like every single movie.
It could have ended like the Roseanne show, where everything was just a story that she was writing in a book.
Don't bring up poor Dan. Oh God, poor Dan and his heart attack.
They killed him off. I still haven't seen Cloverland 10 Lane or whatever. 10 Cloverland Lane. I heard it's good though.
Yeah, I really want to see it. That one's definitely on my list for when, I don't know, I guess it comes out, because I don't want to see it enough to drive 3 hours, but
yeah, we can go with Canada.
I don't have a passport.
Jim didn't like it.
Jim, whatever. He doesn't like anything.
That's true.
One of those people.
Seemingly.
He put X-Men 3. He's saying X-Men 3 was the best X-Men film, and the Wolverine, which was the second Wolverine movie, was the worst. I said, "Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?"
What? Yeah, you can't take advice from a guy like that. So
yeah, you can't trust a man like that around your children.
Well, I mean, nobody would trust any of us around children.
Probably not.
Some of us have children.
Yeah, I think I'm the only non-father here. But
Yeah.
I've got a cat, if that counts.
That's like just. I think that cat adds to your hipster cred, because that's just like maybe like get a cool, maybe get like a weird pet, like I don't know, like a marmot.
A marmot would be nice. I've always kind of wanted a mantis. A mantis would be cool. I could name him Zorak.
Like a praying mantis?
Yeah, like a praying mantis. I think would be cool.
That's just a bug. I mean, that's a bug. You can just get it like outside.
Well, if I could find one. I mean, they technically live around here, but I've never seen one.
That's
Armadillo.
Armadillo would be cool. That would be
armadillo.
Very cool. So we should probably wrap up. Before we wrap up, there's some very cool movies that Scream Factory has out. Scream and Shout Factory. And I'll get you guys' opinions on Chuck Norris real quick. But Blu-ray, Chuck Norris Invasion USA, which that's his classic. That mall scene. I mean, Chuck running around, like denim on denim, sleeveless shirt.
Yeah, the Canadian tuxedo light.
I mean, that's just amazing. I grew up in the 80s, and like I don't remember anyone like just going like to the grocery store looking like this.
I had a couple sleeveless jean jackets when I was growing up.
Did you?
Mm-hmm.
Did you have a rat tail?
Yeah. I even had a mullet at one point.
Who didn't?
Last month, actually.
And then Braddock, which is Mission in Action 3, which is probably the worst of the series. Interesting fact, Mission Impossible 2 was shot before Mission Impossible 1. And they were supposed to release that first. But Mission Impossible 2 had more action in it. So they thought that they should release it before Mission Impossible 1.
You mean like the cruise Mission Impossibles, or?
Oh, not Mission.
Mission
in Action.
Also?
Sorry, Mission in Action.
Yeah. It's like, wait, have we switched topic?
Yeah, no. Mission in Action.
You're right. The second Mission Impossible had a lot more action than the first one, but
that's true. John Woo did. But yeah, no, they shot them like they finished them like a year different, and so they were like, Mission Impossible 2, we're gonna just call it the first one. And then they got some old 70s horror movies. These ones, the Dunwich Horror isn't terrible.
Oh, is that the one with Dean Stockwell?
It is. Oh,
I've heard it's so good. I've never been able to see it. I've heard it's really good.
Well,
what is it?
We have it on Blu-ray, and
really see the grain.
Yeah, it is fantastic. So very cool. Check those out. Buy those at your. I don't know where you go buy it. Amazon's like the only place I buy stuff anymore. So
yeah.
So Amazon. Buy it on Amazon. But anything else you guys want to talk about?
I wanted to note, since we noted Rob Zombie earlier.
Yes.
I thought I heard a rumor about there being another movie in the Thousand Corpses Devil's Rejects series somewhere in their timeline. Is that, you guys heard about that?
Yeah.
I know 31's coming out.
What movie is he working on right now?
Well, 31 got bought out for distribution by
some studio we never heard of.
Yeah, some studio that never heard of, but then they went bankrupt, so it got rebought by somebody, and now it's going to be released like Halloween time.
Okay.
Of course, you had that problems with getting it down from an NC-17 down to an R.
I think it's going to be a direct-to-DVD. This might get limited theatrical release, but I think he's doomed to the $5 bin at Walmart from now on.
You think so?
Really?
I think so.
It was curious when he did that like quasi Kickstarter. He never released how much money he actually made off of it.
Yeah.
See, if movie directors need Kickstarter to fund a project, that means no studio's going to back them. That's what that usually means.
No, it's just Zombie has such a pedigree of he's done enough things at this point. You think someone why at the very least Troma would be willing to take him if he's going to do NC-17.
Take anyone.
Troma take him.
We could make a movie and sell it to Troma. For $50.
Yeah.
Sell it to them for $50 and.
Well, that would be double the budget for a Troma film.
Yeah.
No, actually, Troma has a place. I think Troma has a place in every movie lover's heart somewhere. Mm-hmm. Everyone remembers their first Troma experience.
Yeah, for me, it was Jesus Christ Vampire Hunter. That was really good.
That was a Toxic Avenger.
I remember Toxie, USA Up All Night. I remember watching that.
Yeah, that's where I was introduced to Troma.
Yeah,
for both Tromas, even Nukem High.
Yeah, that one. And now the sequel's coming out. 20, 30 years in the making. The sequel, I guess we all wanted. It's
the long-awaited.
You know what? We're gonna get a screener of that, and we'll review that. We'll try to get some interviews too. We need to get Lloyd on here. We can get Lloyd Kaufman.
Do you think he'll do it via Skype?
He might. I don't know. What's crazy is that guy's a Harvard graduate or something, or Yale, or one of those Ivy League schools.
Really?
Yeah. He's really a smart guy. I mean,
it just goes to show you that even the best educated sometimes go on to do nothing.
Oh, he's never gonna come on now.
Yeah. Sorry, I've ruined it. I've ruined everything.
There. Now we have to get Rob Zombie. Thanks a lot, Logan.
I don't think Zombie would do this. I think he's. I don't know. I like Devil's Rejects. I thought it was all right. What do you guys think of this Halloween?
I'm torn on that. I don't know. On the one hand, I liked that he wanted to go this more in-depth route, but on the other hand, that's the opposite of what I think a slasher horror should be.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I would have liked to seen it if Texas Chainsaw Massacre didn't have such a big influence on his life, as far as rednecks.
Yeah.
And not having his wife star in every fucking movie he does.
I think that's part of the contract. I think that's in their prenup.
Look, here's the thing. I'm more than happy to look at Sherry Moon Zombie every day of the rest of my life. I'm fine with that.
It's just the dialogue, man. It makes me cringe.
She's no Glenn Close.
That's what it's not even her acting. It's just the way his movies are written, because I know he writes them.
Yeah.
Maybe I want to see him do a movie where he doesn't write it.
He bought that script for the Groucho Marx. He bought the rights to that. So
yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And then he's been talking about doing that Philadelphia Flyers movie forever, like about the Goon Squad in the '70s, like a hockey, like a straight up like sports film.
Did not hear about that. That would be really
that's like weird. I guess so. Like he was pitching that, and the studio's like, no, we want horror out of you, and he's like, I don't want to do horror. He's like, I want to do something else, and they're like, no, sorry. So then he's like, okay, I'll do one horror, and that was 31. And he's like, if it makes a bunch of money, you guys better back my next project. And I think he, I mean, I don't know if that's still on the table or not, but like, yeah, he wants to make this true life 70s film about the Philadelphia Flyers, like in their goon squad, like beating up guys playing hockey.
I'm all about that. If that happens, I will be right in line to see it.
Because I think deep down inside, I think there's actually a decent filmmaker in Rob Zombie. Like I think, but like it's easy for him to go to like lowest common denominator, like the white trash, like trailer park thing. Like, I mean that's
I mean that's kind of the thing, is that like horror is like the easiest thing to just make, because it's supposed to be schmaltzy, so you can you can schmaltz it without having to do that much. But I mean, he definitely has like a very like artistic eye, and I see him do something different.
I want to see him remake Attack of the Killer Tomatoes.
I would pay to see that. Like a hard R, like exploitation film.
George Clooney can reprise his role from Return of the Killer Tomatoes.
What if here's a collaboration Dotson would love? What if we had a Rob Zombie and Wes Anderson collaboration?
Oh my God, it's too much ego for one.
That dialogue would be the Dotson Script of the Year award right there.
Dotson, are you not a Wes Anderson fan?
Oh man, man. I dated this girl for 5 years. She was a huge Wes Anderson fanatic, and I watched a couple of his films, and I'm just like I didn't like I think I fell asleep a couple times.
Really?
It was just so, like, to me it just seems so bland. And I know they're supposed to be comedies, dramatic comedies, but it's just like the same thing. It's like Rob Zombie. It's just the same thing over and over for each one of his films. And he casts the same people.
We're just gonna have to agree to disagree, because
that's been my angle on that.
I can watch, like, if he, I don't know, he did a documentary on like Paper, like I would find it entertaining.
Yeah,
I would love to see him do horror though.
I think Paul Feig and Wes Anderson have both the same production designer.
You just shut your whore mouth about that. Don't you say that.
The Wactyl one looks like something that Wes Anderson would design.
No. The Wes,
got the stripes. It's got the
Wes Anderson would be
got the watercolors.
It would be one of those pedal, like bars, and it would be pedaled by an old Indian man who doesn't speak English. Okay.
Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah, and he has like
this is our chauffeur, Mr. Abjandi.
Yeah, and he has like a pet monkey or something. Like it would be very strange.
I will say this though, that if Wes Anderson did direct the Ghostbusters reboot, he would have gotten Bill Murray to do it in a heartbeat.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. Murray would have been in it. With a script by Max Landis. So.
Yeah. Oh my.
I think Bill Murray's like living in Wes Anderson's basement.
He's like a wax figure down there or something.
Yeah, just.
I mean, lately he does look kind of like he's turning to wax. Unfortunately, old Billy.
Well, we should probably end this because we went long. So we'll end it on Dotson's hate of Wes Anderson. Kind of it's a really
and Rob Zombie.
Rob Zombie kind of really it's kind of puts like a negative spin on the show. It kind of really bumps it out. But
yeah, this is the Empire Strikes Back ending before we go into the happier next episode.
So we just all look into the distance as.
Yeah. Sadly.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us. Hopefully you stuck around for this. You can find Dotson on Facebook if you would like to disagree with him.
We have hordes of angry Wes Anderson fans sending me lectures.
Yeah,
essays.
I know. Like,
I'll kick off the thread. And everyone can respond on that.
Yeah. Just it's Mike. I think is it Mike J. Dotson? Is that how they find you on Facebook?
Yeah, Mike J. Dotson.
Yeah, and yep. And so if that doesn't work, we'll send you his address. So, all right, everybody. Thank you again for joining. Thanks for our sponsors. Cool interviews. We'll try to post this with the video. We might edit some of the video because it's going to be super long and nobody's going to watch it. But probably my mom. She'll be the one person.
Be clever edits of me just complaining about film directors.
We should. You know what? Like, we actually have to script our shows out because we should just have, like, next show, the 3 worst directors working in film. Tommy Wiseau, whatever his name is.
Wiseau?
Yeah, no,
that'd be
you can't go that low. Can't go that low. They have to be like directors that most people know of.
I would have to narrow that list because there's a lot of directors who I would just love to punch in the face.
Tommy Wiseau did go on record saying that he wants to direct a Fantastic Four reboot, and I think if anybody ever interviewed him, if you guys ever interviewed him, you should ask him what his concept would be, because I want to hear it.
It would have to be better than the last one.
We should try to get him on the show.
I was gonna say, I bet you that would go viral.
Yeah,
if we could get Wiseau,
I think
top notch.
He's probably working at like a Starbucks, right? I mean, he can't be that hard.
He's an independent millionaire.
Is he?
He was a millionaire before he made The Room.
That's right. That's right. He had all the money.
Selling broken jeans, and everyone was certain the whole thing though is that he's actually laundering money for the mob, because like even Greg Sestero in his book was like, yeah, he said he got all his money from selling these jeans and buying property, but everyone's pretty sure he worked with the mob, and no one wanted to ask him questions because Tommy gets really angry if you ask him questions about his past.
Well, very cool.
He's a mystery.
And it's a mystery why people listen to this show and will watch it online too. So we'll end it there. Thank you guys again. Check us out. We're on iTunes, and of course we're on slackjawpunks.com. This is Obi-Wan's Beard. We'll see you guys later. Bye.